So very good evening everyone. Hemant sir is here and we are going to cover the dispersion of light. Okay, we are going to cover the dispersion of light. It is a part of a chapter called light. Okay, so let's start the session. Okay, so first we have to understand what is dispersion means. Okay, so dispersion means the splitting of white light into its component color is called as dispersion of light. Okay, so in order to understand that, let me draw one picture over here. Suppose here we have the glass prism. Okay, it is the glass prism, and Sir Isaac Newton was, the scientist who has made the first glass prism, and by which he passes the white light. Okay, he passes the white light from it like this. Wait a second, let me draw. Suppose this is the white light, beta. Okay, it is the prism. Huh? It is the prism, and here we have the white light. Okay, this is nothing but the incident ray. When it incident on the prism and when it passes through the prism, it splits into its component color. Okay, so like you will get here the purple color. Eraser is not working. Somebody is in waiting room. Wait a second, beta. Let me in. Abhinav just came. Okay. Okay. So when light, see, this is the prism. So I'm writing here prism. It is a prism. Okay. It is an incident white light. White light ray. Okay. When it incident on it. Okay. And when it passes inside the prism, it splits into the 7 different color. Okay. So here you will get the band of 7 color. Okay, like here you will get V violet. Okay, here see, I'm just writing VIII GYOR. Okay, you will find the 7 color, 7 different color. Okay, in particular manner, like you will find violet at the bottom. Okay, then just you have to remember VIIB GYOR. It is Vibgyor. Okay, it is Vibgyor. So V stand for violet, I for indigo, B for blue, G for green, Y for yellow, O for orange, and R for red. Okay, R for red. So here the white light, it's splitting into its component color through prism. This phenomenon is called as beta dispersion of light. Okay, this phenomenon is called as dispersion of light. So I'm writing first definition. Okay, so what is dispersion of light? When white light, or the ordinary light, we can say, when white light ray, okay, passes again, somebody is in waiting room. Wait a second. Rishit. Okay. Okay. Passes through the prism. Passes through the prism. It means what? The white light. It splits into its component color. Its component color. Okay. This phenomenon is called as, or this is called as, this is called as dispersion of light. Dispersion of light. Okay, and the color of the 7 color of this combination is called a beta spectrum. It is called as spectrum. Okay, it is called as spectrum. Understood everyone what is dispersion of light?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so take a screenshot for that.
Sir, what is the meaning of spectrum?
Wait a second. So let me write what the spectrum is about. Wait a second. So I'm writing here spectrum. Okay, so spectrum is what? It is the band of seven component color of 7 component color is called as spectrum. Okay.
A white sheet cardboard with a small hole at its center. Place the cardboard.
Why is it audible, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
At a position such that the sunlight falls directly on it. Next, keep the prism such that the light passing through the hole of the cardboard falls on the surface of the prism. At the other end of the prism, fix the white sheet as shown. As the sunlight passes through the prism, you will observe a beautiful band of colors appearing on the white sheet. If you look at these colors of the band from the bottom, they are in the order violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. This sequence of colors can be remembered by the acronym VIII. The light coming from the sunlight was white light. Are you wondering from where this beautiful band of colors appeared? Actually, the white light consists of 7 colors, namely violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red, which we saw as the band of colors. When the white light coming from the sunlight falls on the prism, it splits this incident white light into its constituent colors. The splitting occurs because different colors of the sunlight bend through different angles with respect to the incident ray when they pass through the prism. The red light bends the least, while the violet bends the most. Thus, the rays of each color emerge along different paths and become distinctly visible. Thus, we are able to see the beautiful band of colors.
So this is all about the dispersion of light.
This phenomenon of splitting of white light into its constituent colors through a prism is known as dispersion of light.
Yes,
The band of constituent colors
light.
is known as spectrum. This phenomenon was first discovered by Sir Isaac Newton.
So it is very important. Who discovered first? The Sir Isaac Newton. Okay.
Now that we have understood what dispersion of light is, let's understand how it causes the formation of a rainbow. A rainbow is generally formed when the sun appears just after it has rained. At this time, many water droplets are present in the air. When the sunlight passes through water droplets in the atmosphere, each water droplet acts like a small prism and refracts the
Yes, these water droplets in our atmosphere, they acting as a tiny prism. Okay, and inside when light rays like incident on them and weight passes through it, there 3 phenomena takes place simultaneously, one by one. Okay, one is the refraction, other is the internal reflection and the dispersion. Okay, due to all these 3 phenomena, rainbow is formed in our atmosphere.
incident sunlight. As soon as the sunlight enters into the prism, that is, the drop, It splits into its constituent 7 colors, VIII, within the drop. When this band strikes the other edge of the drop, it gets reflected internally towards the first edge of the drop. As the band reaches the first edge, it gets refracted again and finally comes out of the raindrop. This band of colors which finally comes out of the raindrop is what we see as rainbow. A rainbow is always formed in the direction opposite to that of the sun. Thus, the appearance of rainbow in the sky is due to the dispersion of sunlight by the water droplets present in the atmosphere. Dispersion of light not only results in the formation of a rainbow, but we can see this effect in our day-to-day life as well. For example, the beautiful band of colors we observe in water fountains, soap bubbles and CDs are all due to dispersion of light. Let's recap. White light consists of 7 colors, namely violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red, VIII. The phenomenon of splitting of white light into its constituent colors through a prism is known as dispersion of light, and the band of constituent colors is known as spectrum. Formation of a rainbow and beautiful band of colors observed in water fountains, soap bubbles, CDs, etc. are all due to dispersion of light.
So everyone just take a screenshot for that.
You have 10 minutes to finish your research. You rush into searching on Google, then you find a title that sounds credible. You enter the page.
Okay. Here we have the prism. Okay. Here we have the prism. Wait a second. Okay. Here we have the prism. Okay. Am I audible, everyone?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, see, when white light enters inside the glass prism, okay, it is the glass prism. So the velocity and velocity of light of different color have different in different medium. So here we have the air, is it or not? Here we have the air and here we have the glass. So in air, particles are very far from each other. But in case of glass, particles of the glass are very compactly arranged with each other. That means glass is the denser medium and the air is the rarer medium. Is it? Is it or not? Do reply. Everyone. Yeah. So the refractive index of air to glass is different for different color of light. So the red color which bends least and the violet color bends the highest, most. Okay, violet bends the most and the red bends the least. Okay, and all the color of the spectrum have different velocity in the glass. That's why their angle of refraction
It's the fastest, right?
yes beta. So their
Right.
angle of refraction is also different. So angle of refraction for violet light is highest and the red light is least. That's why they disperse in 7 different color. Okay, their angle of refraction is different for different color of light. Like suppose if I'm drawing the straight line from here like this. Okay, this is supposed to be the original path of the white light. Is it? So here the angle, that angle is the angle of refraction for red light, and that angle will be the angle of refraction for violet light. Okay, so this angle of refraction is different. That's why they appears in different color. Okay, Manideep.
So that's why it bends
Yes,
from the...
that's why violet bends most and the red bends least. So student, now we are going to understand the human eye. Okay, the human eye. Human eye is nothing but one of the sensitive sense organ of our body. You know, we have the important 5 sense organ. One of them is the human eye. okay, by which we can sense the vision. Okay. Okay, so it acts like a camera. You know, our eye, it's acting like a camera, and it makes enable us to capture the colorful picture of our surrounding, whatever we can see. Okay, it's nothing but it forms, our eye forms the image on retina, and then from retina our brain senses, okay, the picture as it is there appearing around us. Okay, it forms, okay, on invert, see, on retina the image form which is invert real, okay, and but those signals sent to the brain by the nerve called optic nerve. See, this is the optic nerve, and by which it carries signal to the brain. Okay, it carries signal to the brain, and then brain interprets the image. Okay, so it forms invert and real image on the light sensitive surface of the eye called retina. So our retina is the light sensitive screen. It senses all the 7 colors present in sunlight. Okay, everyone. So this is the structure of our eye. Here we have, this is the crystalline lens. We will cover each point one by one. Here we have the aqueous humor, which protects our lens. This is the pupil at the center. Then we have iris over here. Here we have the cornea. That region is called as cornea. This region is called as retina beta here. And here we have the black spot over here. Okay. Here we have the ciliary muscles. Ciliary muscles help in contraction and relaxation of the human eye lens. Okay, so let's discuss each part of the human eye one by one. Okay, so first part we are going to cover, which is the cornea. So what is cornea basically? So it is a thin membrane. Okay, it is a very thin membrane, and throughout which light enters into it. Okay, whenever our eye shutters get open, the wall you can see in our eye, the front part of it is the cornea, which is a thin membrane, and it is transparent one. It forms the transparent bulge in front of the eyeball. Okay, it is a transparent, and it is always like moist. Most of the refraction occurs at the outer surface of the cornea only. Okay, whatever the light enters in our eye, mostly it is refracted by the cornea only. Okay, understood everyone? Yes, beta.
What's a membrane?
Membrane is nothing but a thin layer over the eye.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, next we have the eyeball. Eyeball is approximately, almost it is spherical in shape. It is like a sphere. Okay, having a diameter of about 2.3 centimeter. Its diameter is about 2.3 centimeter. Then we have the iris. Iris is the dark muscular diaphragm that controls the size of the pupil. Okay, whatever the amount of light is going to enter inside the eye lens, okay, it controlled by the pupil, and pupil is controlled by the iris. Okay, it is just behind the cornea. So iris is just present in eyeball behind the cornea. So I want everyone have to take a screenshot till here. Done, beta?
Yes, sir, done.
Everyone? Okay.
So done.
Okay. Then the next part we have pupil. So pupil, it regulates and controls the amount of light entering the eyeball. See, here we have discussed that pupil. It controls the amount of light entering inside the eye lens in eye. Okay. So what happens generally when there is a very dim light? Okay, the size of pupil reduces, and when there is it increases, so that most amount of light will get enter inside the eye. But when we will see toward the bright light, so in bright light the size of pupil is decreases, and in dim light it is increases. Okay, just do remember, in bright light, when there is a bright light, the diameter of pupil decreases. Okay, this is the first condition. Second is what? When the light is very dim light. Okay, so in dim light the diameter of pupil increases. Okay, probably what happens generally, if you are looking toward the very bright tube light or the bulb or toward the sun, your eye size is reducing automatically. Is it or not? Is it? Everyone do reply, beta.
Yes, sir.
Yes, but when light is very dim, like in during the night time, when there is very less light is present, and if you want to observe any object around you, your eye size is increases automatically. It is due to the size of pupil is increasing or decreasing. Okay, so it is the black opening between the aqueous humor and the lens. Okay, so it is the black opening on the eyeball. What the pupil one is. Next we have the crystalline eye lens. Okay, so at your eye, if you will see, the black spot is nothing but the pupil. Then we will discuss about the lens. Lens provide the focused
Cornea.
beta.
So the white part is the cornea.
Cornea is the outer, that white part is nothing but the eyeball. Okay, and cornea is the outer bulge out, the thin membrane, which is the moist one, is called as cornea.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Next, we are discussing about the crystalline lens. Crystalline lens provides the focus, real and invert image on of the object on the retina. Okay, so whatever the light enters inside the eye lens, their image is going to form at the retina only. Wait, somebody is in waiting room. Nitya just came very late. Okay, so image is going to form on retina. So on retina, image is formed. Image is formed. And what is the nature of image? Image is real and invert. Invert images means what? The upside down and downside up. Upside down and downside up.
They're opposite.
Yeah, no, not opposite. It is upside down and downside up.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. It is composed of the fibrous and jelly-like material, okay, and which makes the transparent lens of the muscles or the cells. This is the convex lens that converges light at the retina. See, it is a convex lens. That's why it converges the light. That's why that convex lens is also called as converging lens. It is also called as converging lens because it converges light. Okay, so this is all about the retina, eyeball, iris, pupil, and crystalline eye lens. So just do remember this two important point about the pupil size when going to increase and when going to decrease. When going to decrease, then there is a dim light present. And when its size is going to decrease, when there is a very bright light present. Okay, everyone? Do reply.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so take a screenshot, beta, everyone. Okay, so now we are going to discuss again like the next part of the eye. Sixth one is called ciliary muscles. See, ciliary muscles are very helpful. They like sometimes they contract and sometimes they relax the eye lens, okay, in order to focus the image on retina. Okay, so what is the role of ciliary muscles? Say, suppose this is the eye lens. Okay, so in this region ciliary muscles are present. So these are the ciliary muscles. If this is the lens, so these are the ciliary muscles. So ciliary muscles helps to change the curvature of the eye lens and hence changes its focal length so that we can see the object clearly placed at different position. Okay, so due to when ciliary muscles when contract, okay, when they contract, the lens becomes like this very thin, and when they relax, the lens become like this. Okay, so their center of curvature is being changing due to the contraction and relaxation of the ciliary muscles. Okay, so to change the focal length of the eye lens is called as accommodation of the lens, or it is called as the power of accommodation. Okay, everyone. Next, we have retina. So retina is the thin membrane which large number of light or photosensitive cell. Instead of sensitive cell, you had to write photosensitive cell. Why it is photosensitive cell? Because these cells are sensitive with different color of light, and photo means the light. Okay, everyone. Photo means what? The light. Okay, last but not the least, when image form at retina, light sensitive cells get activated and generates the electrical signal. Okay, these electrical signals are sent to the brain via optic nerve. Okay, so optic nerve helps to carry signals or optical signals from eye to the brain, and brain analyzes these signals, after which we perceive the object as they are, like upside up and downside down. Okay, everyone. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next part here we have how pupil work. So we have already discussed, when there is a dim light, the size of pupil increases, and when there is a very bright light, the size of pupil decreases. Okay, that's all in the how pupil work. So again, I want everyone have to take a screenshot. No, one more point here we have the persistence of vision. See, persistence of vision means what? So persistence of vision means our eye have capacity to remember, or the object, the image is kept there for about 1/16th part of the second. Just do remember 1/16th part of the second. Okay, that capacity of the eye is called as persistence of vision. Just do remember, when the object is been removed away from the our eye, but still image will be remain there up to 1/16th part of the second. This is called as persistence of vision. Everyone do reply. Understood that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again I want beta?
Like after this, can we play a quiz?
Okay, just take a screenshot and then we'll play the quiz.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everyone done?